Hi guys, my name's Dan from Your Guitar Academy, and today we're working with the Guitar Magazine to bring you a Jimi Hendrix style video. And what we've been doing over the last couple of videos is looking at Hey Joe. Now, we looked at the intro, we looked at the solo and the basic chords. Now, what I'm going to give you today is a bit of a theory lesson and a really cool little, well, two licks that are going to help you play in a Hendrix-esque way, okay? It will sound like this. 2, 3, 4. So let me just stop that there for a second. Now, all we're doing here is we're taking the basic chords of Hey Joe, the C, the G, the D, and the A, and then the E, of course, to create something that's a little bit more Hendrix style, okay? So let me just give you the theory first of what we're doing. Whenever Hendrix does these little licks within chords, so all of this kind of stuff, you're very much applying a pentatonic to a chord shape, okay? So what we're doing in this instance is we're playing with two different chord shapes. We're playing the A-shaped bar chord on the C and the D chord, and we're playing the E-shaped bar chord on the G and the A chord, okay? Now, with the C-shaped bar chord, we have a pentatonic shape 5 underneath, okay? So it's a major pentatonic shape 5. It looks like this. I'm going to start from the root here. Okay, so really try and notice, if you've never looked at pentatonics before, this is shape 5. I would highly recommend learning all 5 pentatonic shapes before you cover this lesson, but if not, that's what this is, okay? And it is the perfect shape to go with this chord because it fits right underneath it. So what I'm saying to you, and don't think any harder about it than this, okay, don't go any deeper, is that this chord, wherever you play it on the neck, so if I played it up here as an F, I can play my pentatonic shape 5 and it's going to fit perfectly, okay? So if I'm just strumming that F, I can play a little lick in pentatonic shape 5. And it will work perfectly, okay? So this is very much the idea is as I play the chord, I play the lick. As I move the chord, the whole scale also moves with this chord as well. So you essentially change key every time you play a lick, okay? But it works beautifully. So that is the idea over this shape. Then over the, or under the, E shape bar chord, which I'm sure most of you know very well. Whether you can play it or not is another matter. It's a pain, but it is the chord. You'll see Hendrix play it a lot like this, is pentatonic shape 2. Okay? So again, that shape fits absolutely perfectly underneath this. It's a major pentatonic shape, and everywhere I move that chord, that shape can move with me. So here in this instance, I played a B major chord, now I'm playing a B major pentatonic, okay? So let's say, for example, I was on A, and I had a couple of bars here on A. I could do any kind of lick I want in that shape 2. And it would work, okay? So you can start to see the power of just applying this layer. You've got your chord and your pentatonic shape, and it works amazingly. So let's put that into practice, okay? Because the other part of this Hendrix-esque style of playing is playing the licks rhythmically. So actually getting them to sound like you're not just going from a chord to going and playing a solo. You know, you're actually playing a kind of something underneath it like that, okay? So what we've done here in this example is we've taken the idea one step further, okay? Because the opening lick sounds like this. Okay? Now, what happens here is this is something that Hendrix does a lot, which is the idea underneath here is that there's pentatonic shape 5, as I said, which is correct. But a lot of you guys won't be that familiar with shape 5. It's a bit uncomfortable a shape to suddenly do a nice rhythmical lick. But if shape 5 is there, then next door is shape 1, okay? You're essentially saying that I'm in the key of C here when I'm on the C. So I've got shape 5 here, and therefore next door is shape 1. And that's how pentatonics work across the neck. You know, wherever you find shape 5, you'll find shape 1 next door, shape 2 next door to that, shape 3 next door to that. So I could, as long as this C's happening, I could go through all 5 shapes and play away, but I'm not going to do that, of course. So I'm going to go from the C, then I'm going to slide from the 5 to the 7, and it's a grace note slide. So you don't really hear this note, you just go straight across from it. Then I'm going to take the 5th fret on the D and the G string and hold it down and hammer on the 7. Then back to the 5, okay? And then the 7th fret. So that's just that pentatonic shape 1, 7th fret there, okay? So you get this. Okay? So just get the lick under your belt first. Now, at no point do we hit the chord, okay? We don't need to hit the chord if we play the lick well, because the lick in itself is defining the chord. Because I'm saying to you, my lick uses all notes from the C major scale, the C major pentatonic scale, so this chord is C major. I don't need to physically play the C major to tell you that, okay? That's the power of this style of playing. Okay, one more time. Then, of course, we'll go to the G, but we'll come back to that in a second. When we go to the D, so the 3rd chord, okay, we do exactly the same lick. Okay, we've just transposed it up now to D. Okay? So, I'm just going to play that lick with a drum beat. Okay, so I'm just going to slow this drum beat down to 60 BPM. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. D. We really want to get this rhythm right, so let me slow it down even more to 50 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just play that around until you're really familiar with that. Now over the G and the A, where we're playing this E-shaped bar chord, my lick's going to be this. Okay, just simply that. It's that pentatonic shape 2, remember? That works perfectly underneath this chord shape. And I'm just grabbing the top notes of it. So in this instance over the G, it's the 3rd fret, slide up to the 5th, and then back to the 3rd. On the G, on the B and the E string. Okay? So again, you're just going to hit the low G, not the chord, and then just that, okay? 1, 2, 1 and 2. That's the count. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So again, just by doing that lick, it's defining the chord, so you don't need to play the chord, okay? So that lick with the drum beat is 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. You can really start grating the fingers. Up to the A. Okay, so there you have it. There's your 2 different licks, okay? Now let's just put them together over the slow drum beat in the actual order. So from the C to the G to the D to the A, and then in Hey Joe, you'll then go to the E, and over that you can do exactly as we practiced in one of the previous videos where we did all the licks. So I'll put it all together so you can start seeing how it's really starting to come together. So here's that slow beat at 50 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those licks over Hey Joe. let's just speed that up a bit. So let's just take it up to 70 BPM. Hear it a bit more in context. And we'll stop there. So you can hear how it's gone from being a pretty bland kind of chord thing to suddenly being a really cool Hendrix-esque rhythm. So I really hope that's helped you get a bit more of an understanding as to how Hendrix plays. Please comment below, let us know what you liked, and also let us know what other songs and other ideas you'd like us to cover, and I'll see you next time in another video.